You want to own a rental property? My name is Garret Wong, owner of Upper Edge Property Management. And today I'm going to be discussing inspections and smoke detectors. Stay tuned. Last episode we covered creating an inspection report either on paper or digital. Did you remember to include a line item for a smoke detector? Well, if you forgot, this video is going to discuss perhaps why you should. Smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors are life-saving devices. Again, rules and regulations vary and depending on your region, so I'd encourage you to check with your local bylaws and fire departments. Either way, smoke detectors should be installed either directly in a bedroom or just outside the sleeping area in accordance with your regulations, such as minimal clearances from a wall if installed on the ceiling, etc. But for this video, we're talking about an inspection report and what to do. Most regions will force a landlord to test the smoke detectors at least once or twice a year and also have the tenant sign acknowledging that the detectors are functioning. Why do you want the tenant to sign? Well, the obvious answer is because the rules say so. But from a practical point of view, most detectors will function 90% of the time. The issue will be that the tenant burns their toast on a consistent basis or perhaps takes too hot of a shower and the detector keeps going off, so they remove it and stick it in a drawer. Fast forward to a fire and the investigators will find the detector wasn't functioning and look to the landlord for liability and potential lawsuits. Therefore, in the context of your report, you should be including a line item for testing the detector and also have the tenant sign next to that line item. Because I assume you're inspecting your property more than once a year, this way you don't need to make a special trip, which will cost you more in time, entry notices, and bothering your tenant 2 or 3 times more per year. Simply include it on your larger inspection report, because if the unspeakable happens, then there's a fire and a loss of life, at least you have protected yourself and can prove the detectors were working the last time you were there. I would even go as far to include a time and date stamped photograph of the smoke detector on the ceiling, installed properly, each and every inspection. This goes further to prove at least it was in place the last time you inspected the property. And that will do it. Join us next week where I'm going to be discussing repair items mid-tenancy. Thanks for watching.